Now you can see very interesting table here right now. We have several definitions on geography from very ancient period up to now. So I have briefed here some selected explanations on geography from different scholars in different times. I'm not going to explain furthermore one by one, but you can see here when we start with the Claudius Ptolemy 150 before Christ, he said that the purpose of geography is to provide a view of the whole earth by mapping the locations of places. From that point of view, geography's main focus is to map the location of places with the purpose of giving a view of the whole. He said the main objective of the geography is to give the whole view of the Earth's surface, to give the whole idea of the Earth's surface. That is very important. That is the view. So, very beginning, geography was concerned by scholars as a subject with mapping the location of places to give a view of the Earth's surface. Immanuel Kant in 1780 said that geography is a synoptic discipline synthesizing findings of other sciences to the concept of area or space. The concept of Rao means the concept of space. The spatial concept emphasized by Immanuel Kant in defining geography. He said it is a synoptic discipline. It is a discipline by catching the knowledge of other subjects. For example, we collect the knowledge from meteorology and we create the climatology as a subject in the sphere of geography. We collect the knowledge from sociology, we create social geography. We get the knowledge from mathematics, we get the knowledge from other different sciences, and we create a synoptic discipline to understand the world as a whole, to understand based on the concept of space, area. Region is very important according to the Immanuel Kant. So geography focuses to study the region based on the knowledge of other subjects. Alexander von Humboldt, 1845, defined geography as a synthesizing discipline. Actually, geography has a very full synthesizing power as a subject. Geography helps us to synthesize the knowledge, to connect the general with the special through measurement, mapping, and a regional emphasis. According to the Alexander von Humboldt, geography is not just a subject describing the world. It focuses the world through measurement, mapping, and a regional emphasis. That is the focus of geography, according to the Alexander von Humboldt. According to the Mackinder, 1887, man in society and local variations in environment. Geography concerns about the man in society and the local variations in environment. Both man and environment is very important in the discipline of geography according to the Mackinder. Ellen Semple, one of the environmental deterministic scholar, 1911, she said that how environment apparently controls human behavior. Geography teaches us how environment, it means the how physical environment apparently controls human behavior. That's it. She says, yes, geography concerns the interrelationship between man and environment, but it highlights, it emphasizes how environment apparently controls human behavior. That is her view about geography. Her perspective on geography is deterministic one, environmental deterministic one. It borrows 1923 mentioned geography is a subject to study of human ecology, adjustment of man to natural surroundings. Geography teaches us how man adjusts to his natural surroundings. How man living with natural environment. Man is a part of whole ecology. Therefore, geography is a subject about study of human ecology. 1953, Fred Schaffer said, the science concerned with the formulation of the laws. Geography is the science, according to the Fred Schaffer. Geography is a science. Concerned with the formulation of the laws governing the spatial distribution of certain features on the surface of the earth. There are so many certain features on the earth's surface. Settlements, there are paddy cultivation, there are any other cultivations, there are natural resources, there are minerals, there are geomorphological features, there are a lot of features, physical and cultural features there. Geography is the science that concerned with the formulation of the laws governing the spatial distribution of such features of the Earth's surface. Geography is a science. Why? It provides, it formulates the laws. That is very important one. According to the Schaffer, he explained geography from the science perspective. Richard Harshon was one of the world famous human geographer, US originated. He born in United States of America. He was an American geographer, Richard Harshon. In 1959, he said, geography is concerned to provide accurate, orderly, and rational description and interpretation of the variable character of the Earth's surface. There are so many variable characteristics of the Earth's surface. You know that characteristics are studied by geographers. The main purpose of the geography, according to the Richard Hart, shown to provide accurate interpretation and description about that characteristics. To provide accurate. How we can provide the accurate description and interpretation? By using the different geographical techniques. Today we techniques such as mapping and so on and so forth. Surveying. Today GIS and remote sensing. To provide accurate and orderly. The orderly word is very important. We not just say something about the world. We provide the knowledge, systematic knowledge. And the description should be rational. Therefore, this could be seen as a very strong definition on geography. Darby, H.C. Darby, 1962 says geography is both science and art. There are so many things that can be used to prove geography as a science as well as an art. Therefore, it is a science subject, it is an art subject. Of course, nowadays in the world, geography is concerned as a science subject in some departments, some universities, and social science subjects in other departments or the art faculties. J.O.M. Brown, 1965, said that geography is to understand the earth as the world of man. We look at the world, we look at the earth as a world of man, man's world. Without the man, we can't talk about the earth as geographers. Why? Geographers definitely concerned about physical and human landscapes, physical phenomena, as well as human phenomena, physical crisis, as well as human crisis, physical hazards, as well as human hazard, physical interaction, as well as human interaction. So geography is a bridge to combine these two areas. Robert E. Dickinson, 1969, defined geography is fundamentally the regional or chronological science of the earth, surface of the earth. This is completely the perspective of regional geography. Robert E. Dickinson said geography is a regional science one. Without the region, we can't talk about the geography. So therefore, the regional perspective is very important according to the Dickinson when you define geography. Paul Jameson, 1980, said, geography is a study of variations in phenomena from place to place. Geography is a study of variations in phenomena from place to place. Geography helps us to understand the variations in phenomena regionally. For example, the atmospheric phenomena like origin of cyclone, wind direction, trade winds, so on and so forth, differ from region to region. As I explained, tropical cyclone. That is why Jensen said geography is a study of variations in phenomena from place to place. Martin Kempsey, 1989, explains that geography concerned with the locational or spatial variation in both physical and human phenomena at the Earth's surface. That is very similar to the previous one. We have physical and human phenomena in the Earth's surface. Water cycle, that is physical phenomena. Nitrogen cycle, that is physical phenomena. Migration, that is human phenomena. Both physical and human phenomena at the Earth's surface are studied by geography with the locational or spatial variations of those phenomena. The one of the Chinese geographer, popular geographer, Wai Fu Tuan, 1991, said, geography is the study of Earth as the home of people. We should study the Earth not as the physical matter, but also as the home of people. Without people, there is no geography, according to the Tuan. In 1995, Greg Westmandorf explained geography is the study of the patterns and processes of built and natural landscapes, human and environmental landscapes. There are different patterns and processes of human and environmental landscape. You can identify the trellis pattern of drainage system on the physical landscape, while you can see the scattered settlement pattern on the human landscape. Both patterns and processes, both pattern and processes of both human and environment landscapes should be studied by geographers, according to the Greg Westmandorf, where landscapes comprise real and perceived space. Actually, the landscapes are studied as an object of, as an compromise real and perceived space, objective and subjective spaces. In 2002, Charles F. Grishner introduced a very important aspect of geography. He said, geography is a subject that, pertaining to the various physical and human features of the Earth's surface, including their conditions, interactions, spatial distributions, and patterns. As geographers, we should study geography. We should study various physical and human features, phenomenon of Earth's surface, including their conditions, interactions, spatial distributions, and patterns. Therefore, he said, Charles F. Grishner said, geography is what is where, why there, and why here. According to him, according to the Charles F. Grishner, every geographical inquiry should focus with these three questions. What is where, why there, and three questions. What is there, why there, and why there. So I'll give you a small handout along with these lectures, so you can read that handout and understand the significance of above definition. I have given a brief description about the Charles F. Grishner's definition. That is very important one. That That definition emphasizes geography is a methodology, not a subject. It is a methodology to study the world. It stresses the geographic way of organizing and analyzing information pertaining to the location, distribution, pattern, and interactions of the varied physical and human features of the Earth's surface. That is its definition. So when we come to that definition, it incorporates all traditional geographic subjects, themes, and traditions. That is a beauty of that definition. In teaching, no matter what topic is being stressed or approach being taken, it can be easily integrated into the definition. The definition functions at all scales. That is another important one. In studying towns and cities, for example, site can often explain their presence, for example. Specific location and condition of a place is very, very important. So you can understand a very simple small definition. How can you use it to understand the world, to understand the real situation of the world? That is the basement of applied geography. Applied geography is not a new one. How we can think geographically and act locally. That is the meaning of applied geography. So it is easy. By considering the fact that the location is very important according to that definition. New York City is located at the mouth of the Hudson River with a natural harbor protected by Long Island, for example, New York City. How it is located, how people live in this, how people interacted with this very particular landscape, how both physical and cultural features interrelated. There are so many examples. So many examples. Another example, Delaware. The location of Delaware City is at the eastern terminus of a pass through the Rocky Mountains of United States of America. That is also the location. That is also very important. So there are so many things to read. So when we look at the cities, location of states, we can see different geographical dimensions. For example, South Dakota's largest city and the fastest growing city, GEOG Falls, afford a splendid example to illustrate the importance of where. When the city was settled in 1857, eastern South Dakota was inhabited by people of the GEOG culture. The city's name itself implies the importance of location and place near the falls. The falls on the Big GEOG River provided power for a mill around which the city was originally established. That is how natural environment caused to originate the city. Through time, the city grew primarily because of its location in the wettest, hence most agriculturally productive area of the state. It is served as a major highway and rail hub as well. Finally, rapid growth continued because of its location at the intersection of two interstate highways. Production, distribution, consumption, and trade all impact the lives of several billion people daily with GEOG. So that is another example This is the Sioux Falls and the city originated. How nicely we can explain the geographical concepts by taking the examples of this real world, That is a nice explanation. Geography has projected a very fuzzy image of its content and methodology for far too long. The definition of that person, Charles F. Wisner, presented here is clear and concise. It places no limitation on what geographers study. It clearly identifies the discipline's unique methodology, the spatial dimension of features, including where they are, in what patterns they occur, and what important relationships exist between or among features, and so forth. So that is the way we explain, that is the way we interpret a single definition. I included these few slides for studying you the way in which explain or interpret a very single definition, right? If geography is to be taught as a science, the distribution of features must be explained. That is, we must address the question, why there? Where is it? The question where is very important. Why is very important. Finally, all geographic teaching and learning should relate to the human need to know, emphasizing why care. We forget that. Most of the geographic inquiry forgets the last part, why care. The definition presented here identified in simple, easily taught and easily learned terms, the extreme complexity of geography. Based on that Charles F. Wisner's definition, geography focuses four important questions. What is, where, why they are, and why care. These two questions reflects the descriptive approach of the geography. The other two, conceptual context, presents these two. So for example, if you do any geographical inquiry based on these four questions, this is a good example. This is also very important for your research problem creation of your thesis. First of all, you have to take any geographical phenomenon first. Then you should put that subject into this framework. For example, if we try to understand a physical or cultural phenomenon on the Earth's surface, first of all, we should ask what is. It means we have to explain the phenomenological, we have to explain that phenomena by its nature, by its location, so on and so forth. What is that? What is that volcanic eruption? Where means where are those eruptions? The location, site, situation, accessibility, isolation, distribution pattern. So we have to understand where it is. If we talk about the gem mining industry, first of all, we have to explain what is gem mining, how it takes place, what is the process. And then we should know where are they located. Why you can't see gem mining in the coastal regions? Why you can see in the gem mining sites, most probably in Ratnapura, Okkampite and rather that such region, spatial pattern of that phenomenon that is descriptive. So you have to explain. So that is the most probably you all do. That is not the purpose. That is not the purpose. You have to continue your study, your geographic inquiry further with the conceptual models. Why they are? That is the analytical part. If you know where are they, then you should ask why are they? That is the analytical one. Why this crisis there? Why human elephant crisis occurred these places? Why means we should analyze. We should bring other several factors into this context and analyze. The jungle factor, the jungle corridor factor, the feeding problem of the elephant, that attractive factors of the elephant to the village, and the response factor of the people, so on and so forth. That is analytical. The result should be implemented. If we have the result, we should ask the question, why here? Why we need to bring this study, how we can solve this, man-elephant crisis. There should be, based on our results, we should provide the recommendations as well. Importance, relevance, action, reaction, all these things should be there. This is a very simple, nice framework we can explain based on the definition given by Charles F. Grisman about the geography. When we look at these old definitions, we can notice evolutionary themes in geographic definitions. At the early stage, geography concerned knowing the earth. Aquaman means knowing about the earth's surface. So description of the earth, space concepts are most important. Then mapping. Plotting the features of the earth on a two-dimensional surface. That is the geography. And then geography was concerned as a subject about man-nature relationship. Accordingly, the environmental determinism introduced and environmental possibilism also introduced. Later on, sustainable concepts are introduced, so and so forth. And at the beginning of 20th century, geography was concerned as a subject of studying regions. Later on, spatial analysis. With the support of quantitative revolution, geography used different integrated models, mathematical models, to explain the relationship between man and environment. Spatial distribution, spatial variation, and spatial pattern and processes were the more key concepts, focuses of geography during that period. And later on, with the blessings of Marxism, we had geography as a radical subject. Geography was defined as a radical subject. So therefore, the radical perspective also there. When we look at the evolutionary theme in geography definitions, the radical perspective also there. Therefore, we can see geography is geography defined as humanistic approach, the behavioral approach, feminist geography, so and so forth. Postmodern is modern geography. So those are the evolutionary themes we could identify over the time. Okay. Likewise, I will provide you further information about the geography later on. I will upload some important materials to the LMS. Based on the course content, you should practice and learn more by yourself, right? We conclude today's lesson.